Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome, folks, to AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys, right here in Arlington, Texas. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Street. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Defense showing blitz here. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Now the offensive coordinator calls the right play. I like trying to get out on the edge of the perimeter of this defense with the speed you have. But you got to tip your cap. The defense made a great play.
After the first down loss, it's second and long for the 22. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. He'll take a deep shot here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Well, it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
Quarterback still with the football. Breaking tackles. He'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Well, if there's a silver lining for the defense, at least this quarterback didn't get out and gash him for a first down. But now they've got options coming up here. I wouldn't be surprised to see if they go back to him again.
Less than a yard to go as they cover the line on second down. Here comes a handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Man, every... Offensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They make the stop, but it'll be 1st and 10 now from the 18.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
The Wolverines look to keep this drive moving. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. He flips it to the back across the middle. Tackled at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
And the Wolverines trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. There's a run to the left looking for the touchdown. They stop him again. Back-to-back plays go nowhere here on the goal line.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Potential 4-point play early in this playoff game. It's 3rd and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Wow, you talk about drama to start this game. These guys drive the length of the field. 3rd down, they come close to getting it in. And now we're at 4th down. You're on the road trying to set the tone. What do you do?
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field and they'll go for it. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Defense seems to be dialing up the pressure here. He's got it near the end zone. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the 1st down.
So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? So they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB? And this is going to wind up as a safety.
Well, that's how you get a game started by this defense. What a way to score here early. We'll just have to see if these 2 points make much of a difference if this game ends up coming down to the wire.
Breaks into the clear. So here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 41. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking deep downfield to the left. Oh, can you believe it? He dropped the ball. Don't see that often from this excellent receiver. It's going to bring up 2nd down. They misfire on 1st down, so it's 2nd and 10 from the 41. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. It's the tight end who makes the catch. That play moves the ball across midfield and he set up with a 1st down at the 41.
Boy, Chris, you watch a completion like that with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Greasy had, 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history. It's good that they're leaning on it.
Game makes it 2nd and medium. They'll run it here. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this 1st quarter run out. Crucial 3rd down play right here. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. The last play of the quarter. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Slangs the quick throw. And they get him down to wrap up the 1st period of play. So, Kirk, Michigan has the lead here at the end of the quarter. And the 1st quarter is in the books, but is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. So as we begin the second quarter, the first play will be a field goal try. This will be about a 53-yard attempt. Let's see if he can get it there. And it's good, right down the middle.
Chris, my man, I don't think anybody could have predicted a start to a game like this with such a bizarre score. The good news is, on the other side, even though you're down 5-0, you had the safety, the offense is struggling. Hey, if you get a touchdown, you're leading this thing, 7-5.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there, starting at 25. Comes the Alabama offense onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last time out there, they surrendered a safety. Bringing pressure. Finds an open target on the left side. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
And here's that wrinkle, the Wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. Here he goes. The 30. They're bringing down, but the Wildcat look produces an explosive run to get a first down.
Man, this guy can fly. He gets one crease in the defense, and phew, he is gone. This guy is as fast as there is in the game.
Looking to pass. It's Ellis. Catch made on the out route. They finally tackle him at the 4. That's a solid gain on the pitch and catch.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
So the offense really clicking here. 3 plays, and suddenly it's 1st and goal. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! So the call on the defense declined, of course, and the touchdown will stand. Lining up to try the extra point. Extra point makes it a 2-point lead. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost them 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. A shotgun run call. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. And really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Motion now from the tight end. And now the handoff. Breaks free. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka, Tyrone Wheatley, and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. First down, looking to throw the football. Here as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. He's going to pull it down and run. Breaks loose at the 40. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28.
And it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
The Wolverines pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. Defense bunching at the line, showing blitz. Looking to throw it on first down. The pocket breaking down. Receiver makes the grab. They finally bring him down, but the offense set up now. First down from the 15.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. The Wolverines with first and 10 here. Misses the receiver, incomplete.
I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Looking for a man. Launching one to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field. A very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
You know, when we were out in practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You could see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
Got momentum and scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. The first play of the drive now, the 25. To the air, it's Ellis. Quick completion to the tight end. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the cornerback. Not easy with that size difference. Quarterback making some changes at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. Quick dart to the right. Fired into a tight window and picked off.
Well, they're rewarded for going to this nickel package, getting more awareness on the field with that fifth defensive back, and a nice job of coming up with this interception.
First play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Now the offense faces 3rd and long from the 30. Can they convert and get a drive going? That play moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking to make a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, and you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Ellis. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Don't have to hurry now, 2nd down with the clock ticking. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. And they get to completion. They make the stop at the 47. That's enough for a 1st down. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on 1st down now. Caught by the receiver. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. And the defense comes up with the football.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
So not much time left before halftime as they begin this possession here. Can he make something happen? On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, and a chance at an interception in the end zone. Could not quite hold on to the ball. It's going to be 2nd down.
Well, they don't hit this one, but I love the idea of the offensive coordinator continuing to try to find the hot hand as a receiver. They miss this one, but keep throwing him the football. He's a mismatch against his secondary.
He escapes the pocket. And this pass is caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick this away to get the 2nd half going. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. The running game's really been held in check so far. Let's see if they can get it going or if they choose to pass. And that one's picked off. What a play.
Well, they come out of that nickel package, and the move pays off, gives them an extra defensive back on the field, a little bit more speed and awareness, and it pays off with this big interception.
The offensive coordinator's got to love this starting field position. On the ground, it's Rhodes.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Well, they go with the dagger concept here on this play, but unfortunately the quarterback could not get it to his intended target running on that vertical route.
So now it's third and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. Out of the gun now on third down. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he's going to be taken down there, but there is a flag on the field. Now, instead of a nice gain, they're going backwards with that penalty call. Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, let's face it. They dug themselves a hole in the first half, but I'll tell you what, they're coming out with a new look and a new energy here to start the second half.
They'll kick it away here. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Out of the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, interception on the very first play of the last possession. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. And that catch is hauled in. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Here's the handoff. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Running out of time in the pocket. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch it? Touchdown, Wolverines. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment.
Oh, my gosh. He completely baits the quarterback here. Quarterback thinks he can dump it off to the running back. The defense anticipates it, steps in front of it, and goes to the house for a touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there and boot it away.
Alabama, 7.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. First job here, protect the football. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. Scanning the field, it's Ellis. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient.
Looking for a man deep down the left side. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
Second down after the incompletion. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Caught quickly. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up.
Well, these big pass plays can jumpstart this offense a bit, and here they go with the tempo, looking to get this defense confused and out of position.
The freshman brings him down quickly.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking right, this one caught. And they've got him at the 4, but a big gain on that catch and run. A chance to get right back into this football game. It's 1st down and goal. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Pressure is coming. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
And the fullback gets in on the action with the carry. Defense flexing. They stop him again at the 1-yard line. That would be 3rd down.
And I really thought on 2nd goal you might see the offensive coordinator elect to throw the ball, but instead try to catch the defense napping by running. Man, does it backfire.
Nowhere to run. A corralling for no gain.
But how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
The offense trailing here in the 2nd half. This is a crucial 4th down try. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice game there. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Looking for some space. It's Rhodes. Ball carrier brought down. What is the final play of this 3rd quarter? So, Kirk, Michigan has the lead here at the end of the quarter. Sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the 3rd quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets while we have a chance. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. He'll take a deep shot. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. They can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
3rd down, out of the shotgun. Defense is coming after him. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Coverage team brings down the returner. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And he rolls out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, you get some positive yards in the opening play of this drive. They need 2 touchdowns, so anything to move them closer to that 1st touchdown is always going to be good.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a 1st down. It's an out route. The catch made. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a 1st down. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth.
Deep shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, this defense has been great. Entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Tight end makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
First down now at the 44. A lot can change in one play. Suddenly this offense out near midfield. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Using his legs on the scramble. Finds room at the 30. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 25. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And it's intercepted. The last thing they could afford. And that's a solid return after the interception.
That's the last thing that you could afford to do. Working with the lead in the fourth quarter, I thought it'd be easy throws, high percentage throws, run the football, keep that clock moving. Now you've given your opponent a chance to get back into this game.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, trying to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. To the air, it's Ellis. The pass rush closing in. Hunt over the middle, it's Leon. They finally get him down, but a big play to the 46. First down here for this offense. Back to throw again. He's running out of time here. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? He's bringing it back. Touchdown, Michigan. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
Chris, that second-tier defender, the linebacker, sometimes can get lost in coverage. I don't know if the quarterback saw him. The quarterback threw it right to him, comes up with the interception, and then he has the speed to take it all the way to the house.
Extra point up and good. A 19-point lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He steps out of bounds at the 14. That's where the drive will start. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for a late deep shot. Oh, he almost had another interception. It'll be second down.
What's another incompletion? Just something is missing with this offense. Cannot quite get into sync. And now we got another fourth down for this quarterback.
Play fake, looking to throw. Short completion to the tight end. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
Fires it to the wideout. Caught! He's wide open. Look out! They bring him down, but it's a big play all the way to the 43.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
They finally make the tackle, but solid gain. Sets them up first down at the 33. See what the call is on 1st and 10.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first.
Looking downfield near the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
They fail to connect downfield again, and time is a major factor now here in the fourth quarter with the deficit being this big. Just not much working for this offense today.
And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And a timeout taken by the offense. 18 seconds on the clock. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. It's Ellis. Bringing pressure. Takes a hit just as he lets it fly. What a catch! And a timeout taken by the offense to stop the clock with 12 seconds remaining. Alabama's offense now lining up on 1st and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain in that completion. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock. Second down and goal. They feed the fullback this time. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
The hammer. Second down and goal. Who better than the big fullback to get behind that big bruising offensive line? Old school touchdown for this offense.
Going after, not right through. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery.
Well, they didn't really have much of a choice. Had to go with his onside kick, but as we all know, such a low chance of actually recovering this. It was likely their only option if they wanted to get another shot at trying to get the football back.
Here comes the first play of this drive. They're set up at their own 48. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. The interception will end it, the final play of the ballgame.